sometimes you find a great resource or you have an image you want to use and it has something that just doesn't work for you. So I'm going to start with this example. I have this picture of a cell, and I like the fact that it's labeled, but I want to also have one that is blank for the students. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm just going to go to elements, and I'm going to grab line or shape, and I'm just going to grab a box. And I'm going to make this box white. Let's try that again. And I'm just going to cover over the words. And I use this all the time to make things for students. And then I'll save it as a JPEG. And then I have both copies, a copy that is not labeled and a copy that is labeled. And all I'm doing right now is copying those and moving them and covering, right? So if you move this, you'll see there's a bunch of boxes, right? And you can reveal them, but you can color them out. So this is a great way if something has something that is not quite what you want or distracting, or let's say you wanted to call this something different, you could totally just draw a box over it. And it seems really simple, but once you get that, there's a lot that you can do. So I have another example here of something that you might want, but let's say that I don't want to have this box about Jekyll and Hyde, okay? So what I can do is I can go to color again, but this time I have in here the ability to pick colors from the photo. So remember last time I showed you how to do this in slides. The nice thing about Canva is they just put all the colors for you from any image that you have in there. So I'm going to grab, oh, that's not quite the right one. Let me do see all. Well, let's see here. Let's see if we can get closer. We also have our color picker. So I thought I could cheat here, but I'm going to use my color picker, and now it matches exactly. So I went up to where it was the rainbow, and I could add colors. So then I can resize this. And again, I'm just covering over what I don't want. Oh, there's already no border. So if I click off of that, you'll see that it's mostly covered up. And it really is just covering things up that I don't want, and then I can export it as a JPEG or a PDF or a PNG, and I can have it as it is covered up and no one will ever know. So I did want to talk to you about doing this with actual photographs. This is a lot harder. Like I could just sort of put in something silly, like, I don't want them to have that, so I put in a fake cola can, right? I don't know. But they also have a tool within here where you can edit photos. So if you go to edit photo, you'll see there's a whole bunch of magic things. So you can do background eraser, which wouldn't work very well for this image. You can do magic eraser and you can do magic edit. Okay, I'm going to show you magic eraser. And again, this is a pro copy. So I just take the brush the way it is and I color over it. If you color over more slowly and do small parts, you're going to end up with more effective filling in. Sometimes it'll look a little weird depending on just what it does because it is AI doing it, right? So it's trying to figure out what you're trying to match. So I'm just slowly coloring over this image and I'll be able to make this disappear because it will match the background. Now you can do it all in one go. It just doesn't do quite as well with that. So oh, see there, we had some issues. So I'm going to go ahead and color the rest of this as one, and you'll see, I bet it won't be quite so great as when I do little small areas at a time. And it's also somewhat confused just because of where that is, right? So this looks kind of hinky. Depending on what I'm using this for, though, it might still work. I can go ahead and color that out, and I don't think anyone's going to notice that was changed. Not that this is an important change, but that was changed. And if I go back, that is pretty much gone, and it just looks like maybe a reflection there in the desk, right? So that is one thing that you can do. I'm just going to reset this photo. No, I hit the wrong button. um, oh, it won't let me reset. Okay. I also wanted to show the background remover. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another one. And this is one that I use all the time with the newsletter. So this is with the newsletter too, but with the literary journal. This is art that a student sent, and it's good, but when I put this on a white page, there's a lot of contrast between these two things. And this is really just supposed to be the background. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Edit Photo, and I'm going to do Background Remover, and it's going to take away that border. Now, it's not always perfect. Sometimes it needs a little help, but it will just do that, take away the background, which is really pretty cool. Anyway, I hope some of these tips might help you to, maybe spice up some documents that you're working on and make them a little more personalized to what you want. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and have a great week. Thanks.